What do you think about it? How do you think it'll impact your real estate business or your business in general, or personally, or anything like that? Feel free to unmute if you got a thought. Feel free to put in the chat if it's easier. Just what your thoughts about AI and tech, and how are you doing with it? Okay. Lee says, I love it. It expands my reach. Yes, I know you and I have had some talks, and we're definitely leveraging some really cool AI stuff for you on your business. What do you guys think? What is the last? Go ahead, Susan.
I think it just really speeds it up exponentially. I needed to get like a certain diet plan the other day. I mean, this isn't real estate related, but I went ahead and asked it to create that and then to create a list for me, an organized list. And I mean, it spit a week's worth of stuff out in like, it seemed like less than a minute. So it just speeds things up so exponentially, it's insane.
Yeah. I think the key there is having it do something that it's really, really good at doing, that we find it tedious, right? We are intelligent beings where we have to look at every single thing, and we have to assess and analyze and put things together, reorganize it, and lay it all out. When machines can do that just systematically, line by line, and as fast as it can, because we all know we use our phones, we use our computers, how fast it does things for us, in an instant. And if we compile all that stuff and we give it to AI, and it can just do all that stuff for us, assuming that we gave it the right instructions, we gave it the right information. So really good, Susan. What did you use for that?
Chat GPT, I used
Okay.
for, I asked
Okay.
for
Good.
that.
Good, good. Awesome. All right. So we had some other responses here. It's vital to incorporate it into your business and reach broader audience. Okay. So from a marketing and a reach perspective, definitely enhances my business, as Susan said, makes planning more efficient. That's right. Planning. And there's many other things that we don't quite think of. We're not, many of you guys are agents and in sales, but think of if you are a researcher or you're a scientist, how much data you have to go through to get something out that you need a specific answer. So definitely for efficiency, right? It could be hundreds of pages, right? Or if you're doing, for us, we're doing contracts, right? And those things are legal documents that sometimes we don't understand, and we can feed it into AI, and AI can teach it to us. Has any of you guys done that with your contracts? Just give me a yes if you have. Good, Marty. Awesome. So
Oh
one
yeah,
out of our 20 people here.
definitely.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Go ahead, Marty. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Maddie, right? Maddie, sorry. Somebody had a thought. Go ahead and unmute.
Sorry, I'm
Okay.
a little late here. I'm pressing the unmute button, but
Go ahead.
I've definitely used it when it comes to explaining certain things of the contract, especially to my Spanish speaking clients. So not only does it put it in layman's terms for me, but it also allows me to translate it in the usted format, which is like the respectful manner. So it makes it super easy because it's done in seconds.
Amazing, amazing, right? That's one of the other things that these systems are good for, are good at, okay, is translation of all kinds of languages, hundreds of languages. Okay, we could not have possibly do that before unless we had to go and take like 3 years sabbatical to go learn a language, right? So another super really great use case. Let's see who else here. I love it, but it's getting more and more complicated to integrate in all the systems, and new tech becomes available unless you're an expert in background programming. That's right. Okay, so Morgan, a really good point there. There is a prediction out there among the people who know in the tech industry, especially Jeff Bezos of Amazon. He had mentioned, and many other people have, so it's not new, that computer coding and programming is going to die, is going to go away. Okay, because imagine you can tell ChatGPT, hey, write me a code for this, write me a code for that. And I've actually done many of that myself. And if any of you have done that yourself before and ask ChatGPT to write computer code for you, just put the word code in the chat so I can see if anybody actually, did that. Okay, but some of these systems should get less complicated. Okay, I know it seems we're in kind of this in between phase right now. And so everything seems complicated because we're shifting. We're shifting to a new kind of way of doing things. Okay. And one of the models, if you had been with me before, one of the models that I say to people is that before you do anything, ask AI first. Okay. And if you do that, you'd be surprised some of the things that it can do for you that you never realized before. Okay. Okay. So see, Firefly, Air Max, Maddie, Michael, unstructured data to structured data. Totally right. Shelby, code. Okay, great. Many of you have used ChatGPT for code. Okay, great. So you guys are all, I would say, now I've talked to a lot of agents and teams. You guys are probably the top, I would say 10% of people who actually have done all this stuff because you have done code, you have thought about it, you know how important it is, and you guys are using it in practice. All right, so super good. All right, there are a lot of things that's happening in the news right now, and I want to just only highlight on the stuff that is going to matter to you. Okay, and so I pulled this article that was recently published by Andreessen Horowitz, which is a tech startup, a very well-known tech startup company, and they put out this page here. Let me grab this for you, and I want to share with you so that you can get some insights and kind of have also a question to ask you. Okay, and so that we can all share what you guys are all doing here. So let me see, share. All right. So they put out this article here of the top 100 generative AI consumer apps. Okay. Now I know we're all professionals here, but most of our apps that we're using now are considered consumer based rather than business to business. Okay. So ChatGPT would still be considered consumer app. Okay. And the reason this is important here is this. I'm going to pull up this other site here for you guys. Okay, this is a site called Future Tools, and this has all the tools that are released of any relevance, and for you to be able to search it and use it for all different kinds of categories. Okay, and as of right now, there are 2,500 tools. Okay, how are you going to decide which tool? I'm sorry, more than 2,500, 28.99, it just changed. 28.99 tools that this site can find. Okay, how are you going to figure out which tool you need for what? Pretty difficult, right? Right? If you agree that it would be like pretty difficult, then put a D in the chat. I mean, we want to speed this up, right? If you want to do something but you don't know which tool to use, and there's 28.99 tools in here. Okay, and so I love these kind of articles, okay, because it boils everything down and tell us what are the top 100 is from a trusted source. Andreessen Horowitz is well known across the world for tech startups. Okay, now this article goes a little long. I can give you this link here, and you guys can check it out more in detail if you want. Okay, but I want to highlight here the top 50 AI web products by unique monthly visits. Okay, these are the top 50 most used. Okay, ChatGPT being number one, character AI, and so on and so forth. Now, we're not going to go through all of these, okay, but just take a quick glance at this and tell me how many tools you know and have actually used out of these top 50. Just give me the number. Just off the top of your head, just do a quick scan. You don't have to read everything or check everything. So give me a number of how many you think you have used. ChatGPT, that's 1. Sarah says 2. Taylor, 5. That's awesome. Jerry, 4. Maddie, 1. 3. Okay, well, somewhere between 1 and 4 or 5. 6. Yeah, Michael. I hope you would have will you use more than 6 actually. So really good. And so the top 5, okay. Mostly custom stuff. Okay, awesome. Okay, so that's good. I want to tell you, let me switch screen here and I'll do a little drawing. Okay, here's the article and here are the top 50. Right, I'm going to say ChatGPT, Claude, Suno for music, Quillbot for writing, Perplexity for web searches and answers, 11 Labs for voice, Hugging Face for any open source development, Luma AIs for video, Midjourney for photos. What else? Some of these I don't recognize either. Coming down the road, Gamma. This is one actually we are going to go through today. VidID for videos. Deep AI, Leonardo AI for images. Lazy Chat. Ideogram also for video. Okay, those are my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 13 that I have used and initially recognized. Okay, so it's a lot. So I want to share this link and share this stuff with you guys because then you can use this as a reference to help you guys stay on track. Okay, what's actually most useful? Because if there are top 50 most used AI tools out there, they're probably more useful than anything else. So if you have time to explore a little bit, this is a good list to start. Okay. Uh, is this helpful that you guys would you guys be able to use this? Just give me a yes in the chat if this is helpful. Good. All right. So grab that link and just keep it on the side so you guys can stay up to date with stuff. All right. Let me take one step back. You're probably wondering like, hey, who are you? How many of you have been to one of my AI Real Academy sessions like this before? Just give me a AI in the chat if you have. And if you haven't, just say no. Jerry, Michael, okay. Half and half. Okay, half and half. Good. All right. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm going to just do a quick introduction. All right. My name is Leo Chen, and don't let the name Leo fool you. I know at Real Academy we have a AI called Leo, and it's not named after me, and I don't have anything to do with it, and I didn't develop it. But I will tell you that we all do the same thing. Okay, that AI does the same thing I do. Basically, you ask AI something and AI gives you an answer back. So if you ask me something, I will give you an answer back. So at least we're similar that way. Okay, maybe I might be a little better looking, hopefully. All right. So I'm not Leo AI. Okay, but I have a wide variety of experience in my life. All right. So I worked in tech for over 15 years for a interactive agency. And if you don't know what an interactive agency is, it is a traditional ad agency, a full service, meaning we do branding, we do marketing, we do strategy, we do design, we do programming, and then we also hosted websites and build systems. Okay, so I was a director of IT for all of those years. So I had to manage and make sure everything operates from all the way from someone who needs a phone or a tablet, all the way to multi-site data centers that where we host our 24/7 websites for Fortune 500 and Fortune 100 and above companies. Okay, so it's pretty high pressured, and for over those time, I've gotten to play with a lot of tools, a lot of hardware, a lot of software, and build a lot of cool stuff. But about 10 years ago, I decided that I wanted to start my own business because I kind of hit the ceiling. I've done that job for a long time, and I didn't want to work for corporate forever. So my mom has been in the real estate industry for over 35 years. She's been an agent for over 35 years. And she asked me like, hey, you should go get your real estate license. And she didn't know that I wanted to start my own business. But once I looked into it a little bit more, it checked all my boxes. I get to work for myself. I get to work with whoever I want, whenever I want. I have no ceilings. And I get to be out in the field, not stuck in the office. I get to go out in the community, and I get to do this cool thing called real estate investing, where we can grow wealth. Okay, and so I made that transition almost 10 years ago, and so between the tech and real estate, it leads me kind of here today. All right. And then one last thing is that about 7 or plus years ago, I was fortunate enough to meet a guy named Sharon Srivatsa, which you guys all know. And uh, I joined a two-day in-person mastermind with him. And since that day, we've been friends. And we just talk about everything from real estate to planning to business to strategy and all that kind of stuff. And so it's been a really wild and great journey up to this point. And it continues to be wilder because we have all this crazy AI stuff happening. We have the NAR stuff happening with all the contracts and how we deal with our clients. And so between the tech, the real estate, and all the business stuff that I learned over the years, I get to kind of share with you guys. Is my video's frozen? Let me. All right, I'm back. All right. Okay, so that's a little bit about me. At this time, over the last year or so, I decided that it is a good time for me to combine all of my experience and all of my expertise into an agency that I currently run. So aside being a producing agent, just like you, I run a agency called Systemology. Okay, I am the CEO and the founder, and I'm also a daily operator of the business. And so I get to talk with a lot of agents, teams, small, medium, and large, and also 7, 8, 9-figure businesses about how to integrate systems and technology into their business for them to scale. Okay, so that's what we do at Systemology. And so, we'll utilize all the latest technologies, and strategize and plan and build systems for individuals, agents that could be like you, or small, or you want to grow a team and you want to build an infrastructure or a larger team. Okay, and so that's why I am here today, to be able to share all this stuff. All right, so thank you so much. Michael, what did you miss that I can replete for you?
You said something, Leo. I just missed that one before you started that. It's no big deal. I don't even remember right now. I just
No
forgot what you
worries.
said. I just missed something that you said. You asked a question. No big deal.
Yeah, all good, all good. Okay, so that's a bit about me and why I am passionate about all this stuff, because it's part of my business, it's part of my real estate business, it's part of our agency, and also we want to just give and share. Okay, so if all that is good, now that we all know each other, we can start our stuff here in regards to AI and what you guys came for. You know that I'll do a quick background and we're going to go right into demo. All right. And let me share with you here what we're going to do. All right. So these are our rules. Work hard, be kind, be friendly and collaborative, open discussion. Here's our agenda. We just did the kind of the state of AI. There's lots of tools, $28.99. And hopefully you guys can find what you need. And if you can't find what you need, feel free to DM me on Workplace or reach out to me and let me find you something that you can use, or maybe it's something that we've already used that I can recommend. I gave you my introduction, so super good. And so right now, here's what we're gonna do on the demo. And I'm going somewhere with this, and I'll share with you how this all came about. All right. So number one, I did the session with Sharon, okay, about let me go back to his thing here. If I go to his feed in YouTube, right here, there's a video called right. All right. So we spent about an hour talking all about AI, how to think about AI, what we can use with AI. And then we went through kind of all the things that, AI can do for us. Okay. So it's a really good session that we did. If you have the time, okay, go and check that out. I will put the link here in the chat for you if you ever want to check it out. Let me see here. Switch my desktop. Would someone share the link, please? Okay, let me grab this link for you. All right, great. Okay, there you go, Lee. All right, so if you have a chance to check this out, I think it'll be very educational, informative for you, around AI. And so from that, we had created a reel from that. And this reel here, as you can probably see right here, got 83.3 thousand views. Okay, I'm gonna play this video for you, and you'll be able to see kind of where we're going with it. And what I want to do is demo this strategy for you. Okay, so let me get that started. And if you guys just make sure you guys can hear the video, I'm going to turn it up here so you guys can hear.
I've learned a lot after breaking my hand. I opened up ChatGPT 4.0, put it in audio voice mode, and I just talked to the AI and I said, hey, I'm going to brainstorm a couple of ideas on the next presentation I'm going to do. And I just talked for 20 minutes. It took the conversation that I had and it says, what would you like to do with this? And I said, hey, can you summarize this conversation for me? So it summarized it in key points. I said, great. And then I said, could you take this and organize it like a keynote? And organize it like a keynote. I said, then can you build me a 10-slide outline for this? And it built me the 10-slide outline. Literally, Leo, I have yet to touch the keyboard, right? I'm just talking to it. Finally, it gave me the 10-slide outline. I pressed the button one time because it was the last block. It copied the whole block. And I pasted it in Gamma.app. And I said, build slides. And it built the slides. And that's the slide that I used in my presentation, all without me touching the keyboard.
Okay. I know Lee said you couldn't totally hear it. Can everybody else kind of hear it okay? Somewhat? Yeah, okay. All right. So the gist of this is that he broke his hand. He couldn't use his hand to type because his fingers were broken. And so he used AI, and he used ChatGPT in a voice mode. Have you guys all used ChatGPT in a voice mode before? Tell me, give me a V in the chat if you have. I know we get a bunch of smart people in here, so I'm hoping somebody has. Okay. Okay. So he talked into it, and he needed to build a presentation. So he talked into it and told it what presentation he wanted to build, give me an outline, and then change this, change that, and gave it all the information by talking to it. And once he did, he took that and he brought it into an app called Gamma AI. And then from there, the AI built all the entire presentation. Okay, so that's what I'm going to show you here today. So if you guys, I'm going to give you all the use cases for, real estate that you want so that you can build anything you want. All right. So here, I started a session today and I said, hey, let me make this a little bigger. I would like to build a buyer presentation for real estate as a real estate expert. You who have been working in Laguna Beach, California area for decades. First, please include information about me. Okay, and so it took my bio and it started building a presentation. Okay, so this is should be familiar to you guys. It built the layout, and halfway through, I said, "Hey, can you ask me 7 of the most important questions for you to build these slides more accurately?" So it gave me these questions for me to answer. Okay, so I was short on time, so I didn't answer all the questions, but I said, "Hey, just build me the presentation." So it did here. It built a 9-slide presentation. It is a buyer presentation for me. Okay, so now I took that and I brought into Gamma. And right here, I said, build, right here, buyer presentation. It titled it, Welcome to Your New Beginning. And so it took that and it built this slide presentation for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 slides. Okay. Let me take a quick roll call here. Have any of you tell me how many of you have put a G in the chat if you've used Gamma before? Or is this brand new to you? If it's brand new, just put new. Brand new. Okay, new.
Gamma does presentations, Leo?
Oh, say again?
You said Gamma, I never use it. That creates presentations?
It does. It creates presentations. It can create landing pages, and it can create PDFs.
Oh, shoot. Landing
okay.
pages. Oh, nice.
So, yeah. So you can see what I did. This took no time, right? I went to ChatGPT, and then I just said, "Hey, build me some. Build me some slides." I copy and pasted these slides and descriptions. I went to Gamma, okay, and then you can see what I did. I built that just by saying create new, and right here, it says, "Hey, I want to generate something," or I want to paste in a text. Okay, in my case here, I put in here. Let me see if I can find the right one. Right here, build these 9 slides. Okay, so you see, I pasted the ChatGPT prompt results here. Okay, and I hit continue, and then I can select a theme or the color that I want. So let's say I select this kind of like a white and gray. I hit generate, and now it starts building the slides. Okay, in real time. And it's also generating some images here. Your journey to home ownership, navigating common challenges, success stories, and it just generated this image. This image is actually quite nice. Success stories, my commitments, find your dream home, and thank you. Okay, so now this is a presentation. Right, so now I can use this as a presentation. I can share, I can export, I can do anything I want. And by the way, this is a free tool. I've not paid a penny to this tool. This is 100% free. Okay. And this is very powerful because it laid everything out. But now, let's say if I want to change this, all I have to do is just click on it and I can change this. Welcome, new home buyer. Okay. I can change the text, any of these texts, of course. I can change this image right down here. I can say remove background. I can edit the image. Okay, I can, let's see here. Accent image. Okay, here, I can generate new AI images, or I can find stock images, or I can upload images. Okay, so I can change whatever I want here. So if I say AI image, let's say Unsplash. Let me do Laguna Beach. So this is a beach photo. So we'll change that. So now it's changed. Okay, of course you can change your headshot here as well. Okay, so you have 100% control over all of this stuff here, all of this slide that it built. And right here, you can also use AI and say, hey, can you change this? Can you make it longer? So now it's going to redo the slide and redo the text and made it longer. Okay, I can make it simplify the language. So now it's going to reformat the slide and it's going to simplify the language here. Okay, so it simplified it a little bit. All right, and then here, let's say I want to try a different layout for this slide, or I'll make it more visual right here. Number 5, make it more visual. So I'll change the slide and have AI make it more visual. So there it goes. It created 3 boxes and it's generating images for it. Okay, so notice I have not created any content myself. ChatGPT generated these slides and descriptions, and Gamma created all these slides and all the images. All I did was just point and click. Okay, so lots of stuff might be going through your mind right now. Okay, Kelly asked, will Gamma create charts based on data and in the presentation? Yes, of course. You can put in charts and things like that, and I'll give you a couple of other examples, and you can see some charts. Okay, so you can create charts that you can manually add them in as well, but with the prompt, you can ask it to create charts for it. Okay, so I think I have one of the other examples I can show you that does have charts in it. Michael, go ahead. You want to unmute, Michael?
You were mentioning the you were mentioning the difference. I've been using Perplexity AI. I've kind of find out a little bit that I've liked it personally over ChatGPT. What did you say the differences were again between them?
Yeah, good question. So ChatGPT is just a straight chatbot, okay? And the straight chatbot needs to be trained on all the data out there, and it's trained it up to a certain point. I think it's up to 2021, 2022. So it doesn't have the latest data if you were to ask it something. Perplexity actually goes out and searches for all the information on the web all the time. So all the updated information that you ask it, it's going to come back from Perplexity, just like you were searching current Google right now.
Because I'm paying for the ChatGPT upgrade. That's $20 a month to get it to have like up to today, I guess.
Yep.
So is that like a membership I should keep or like not keep if I'm using Perplexity a lot?
I think you're going to be fine with Perplexity. To be honest,
cancel that one then. Okay, got it. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Just one thing I didn't cancel it.
So Lee asks, is there a charge for Perplexity? There isn't. It's also free. Okay, so I'm here on Perplexity and say how to build a presentation for real estate buyers. Okay, so this is going to be more like Google rather than a chatbot. So you see, it took all the results it found online, and then it created this answer from it.
I like how it says sources where it came from.
Yep. So it has all the sources because it's searching the web right now. Okay, so that's the difference. One is a chatbot that does a lot of things. Perplexity is more of a search and answer. Okay. All right, good. So let's get back to our Gamma here. So this is a. So tell me, is this helpful for you guys to kind of build some presentations? Would you guys use this? Yes or no?
100%.
Okay. I would play with it because you can really do you can customize this in any way, shape that you want. You can basically point and click and start editing, point and click, start changing photos, point and click and start changing layout, point and click and be able to kind of do this. You can see it, the kind of a timeline here, which is also really super awesome. So you can see it's building all these different designs.
Leo,
Okay.
Leo, can
Go
you
ahead.
maximize engagement? Can you, with this, can you tell it that you want to maximize
Yeah,
engagement?
you can try. So when you go to create one, you say create new. It's basically, let's say, uh, paste in text. So this is like a prompt. You tell it what you want. Okay. So it's AI. So it's going to listen to everything that you're asking for. Okay. All right. Or you can do like a create from a one-line prompt. So you can add your prompts here. And it can start building. And as you can notice right here from the screen, you can build a presentation, or you can build a website or a landing page, or you can build like a PDF document or a Word doc or a Google Doc, whatever you want. So those are the things that can generate and reformat and bring it for you. Okay, so let me give you the next example that I did. Okay, all of us are real estate agents here, I think, except maybe Lee. Okay, so what I did here was I wanted to do a. How many of you? How many CMAs you guys generate a week? Just give me a number, like on average. How many CMAs you guys generate every week? At least one, I hope. 7 to 10. Awesome. Anybody else more? 1, 0. I hope you guys are generating a whole bunch because that means you have a lot of business. 5 to 8. Hi, Kelly. Okay, so I took the CMA that I created, and then I went to Gamma, and I said, "Hey, can you create me a presentation for it so I can share it with my clients?" All right. It built this. Here's the address. Here's a introduction. You can put a button here and it can go to maybe a specific report if you want. And then here's an introduction. And here's all about me. And here are the comparable properties: status, sold, address, price, summary of comparable properties. So it basically just built the presentation for me based on the PDF I gave it of the CMA that I had. Okay, and then of course it wrote some of this stuff here. So it just built it in a little bit more friendly way that we can use to present. And of course, all of these things you can reformat and change if you want. Here's some testimonials that it pulled for me, and it generated these photos here, which is kind of funny. Okay, so this is another use case where you can use your CMAs and create a customized AI assisted, AI generated presentations to show your clients. Okay, so I wanted to give you that use case. The next is we probably do a lot of local market updates. And so I took a market report such as this. This is from Altos. If you guys use Altos, you'll know. I took this report here and I just exported out the report. I took it into Gamma and I said, "Hey, can you build me a presentation based on the local market report?" And so it did. Trend, interpretation, strong. It's a strong seller's market. And you can put your charts in here, as Kelly asked earlier. So you can just add the chart that you want in here if you something specific you want to add in. Here's our market segments, price per square feet. And here's the chart that it put in based on the report, days on market, how things are trending. We're at 25 days on market here. Okay, so that's another use case that you guys can work on, is to be able to use it for your market reports, so that it's probably a little bit more friendly than something like this. So this is kind of a long report. So if you want a condensed version and you want to take these charts and add them to your presentation, you can definitely do that. And I think if you're in the prompt and you ask it to include these charts, Kelly, it'll probably include them. So that's something you can maybe play with. So good question there. All right, so I gave you 3 cases. One for buyer presentation, one for CMA, and one for local market reports. Are there any others that you can think of? Feel free to unmute or put in the chat. Any others you think would be useful? Lead generation? Morgan, tell me a little bit more about that. How would you build something for lead generation?
Hi, so I use AI a lot to help create content plans and marketing strategies and different campaigns. And that's where I was saying it's getting very complicated because of so many technology systems, and getting them all to talk to each other such that the campaign flow is right and that the leads are generating correctly in the database. And I just want to really make sure I'm getting the most out of AI to continue generating leads.
Yeah, and you're right on track as long as you're thinking about it and you are using AI before you start just kind of building it yourself from scratch. Okay, so you are right on track there. And the integration aspect of it is one of the things that I do in our agency, is to help integrate all the different tools together, either by automation, by Zapier, or by AI, to be able to connect the dots. Because otherwise, you have to do something one thing, and you have to manually tell another app that you have this stuff, and do this with the contact, do this with the prospect, and then you have to put that into another app. So integration is really important. So thank you for that. Lead generation, investment analysis. Okay. Kelly, tell me a little bit about that. Maybe you grab a home that you have a report on for a investment property of some sort.
Yeah, I mean, I use spreadsheets right now to pull in data for various homes as we're doing an investment analysis, depending on the type of investment. And it's not a very pretty presentable format. So I'm wondering if I could take that data and have it quickly do maybe a little bit easier to read presentation than just the chart from the spreadsheet.
Yeah, you definitely can. I would probably take that file and I would put it into ChatGPT, have it reformatted in a kind of a cohesive flow that you would want to present, and kind of look through everything that you're getting what you need. And then you take that text and you say, tell Gamma to just do it for me. Okay, so one of the ways that I did that was I took this file. Okay, and let me just show you real quick. If I say create new, and I want to say import a file, and then upload a file, I mean, and then I'm going to take, you know what, I'm going to take this, let's see, Agent Navigator. Okay, this is good. Where is this file? Here. Okay. So this was the report that I did earlier on the market report. So now it's uploading. Now you can feed this to ChatGPT as well, so that you can get, the full text of everything you want, which is what I did with the buyer presentation right here. So I took this text and I fed it into it. But if you have a file or a PDF, then you can just upload it. So I just uploaded the market report and I say I want, let's say this time I wanted a website. Okay. And you can present from a website too, but if I say continue, now it's going to build a website for it. Okay, so I wanted to say, give me card by card. So that means it'll have sections. Split the cards for me. So now I have, it'll split all these sections for me. So now you can see 1, 2, 3, it just split it into 8 sections with all the charts. Okay, so now I say continue. Now I want to pick a theme or colors. Let's do this around the color thing here. And I'll hit generate. And now it's going to build a site. All right, so now it's building it in real time. So all I gave it was our report. So you can do the same thing, Kelly. If you have a investment report, you just do exactly what I just did here. And you can select presentation or a website that you can share. Okay, so here's the market. And right here, these drop-down boxes here, reports, strong sellers market, real-time market profile, prices, segments. Okay, it put in some charts here. Days on market with all the numbers. And that's it. And so if I hit publish, this is a live website right now. View site. Here's my website. I built it in, what is that? 35 seconds. Okay, and it even has the animations in it too. Okay, so that's the process. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys one more. Let's say you want to build a page for open houses. How are you using it for lead gen? Okay, so open houses. Susan, this might be helpful to you, is that I can build a page for open houses and drive people to that page for people to go see the open houses that we have available. Kelly, what is the best prompt to ask ChatGPT to analyze the spreadsheet? Good question, Kelly. It's slightly off topic, but basically you just tell it, depending on the result that you want from the spreadsheet. If you want just a summary, if you upload this spreadsheet and you ask it, hey, give me a summary or give me a 10 slide summary of this particular spreadsheet and put everything in, then it'll build it. Okay. Content of your spreadsheet. Okay. All right. So I built this open house landing page here. And if I click here, Orange County open houses, and you can see here are all the different information about open houses, the days, the neighborhood, all that stuff, buyer resources, seller resources, contact us, schedule a showing, okay? But the key here is people can click on this. Let me go to the page. Let me grab this page here. All right, here's my site. Okay, about us, feature listings, upcoming open houses, neighborhood guides with the cities that we have here, buyer resources, home inspection, mortgage pre-approval. Okay, so you get this nice site here. And if I click here, it'll take me to the open houses. Okay, so you guys can, add in buttons and stuff like that for call to action for things that, people want. Okay, so that took me from my page to the open houses. Okay, so if some of you have your site with IDX, you'll be able to drive people and drive traffic to this. And when they go to these homes, then they can schedule a showing. So that would be a way to get people through. All right. Doing a lot of open houses right now. Yeah, Michael, that might be helpful to you, be able to show that. Okay, so I showed you 4. home buyer presentation, market analysis, CMAs, and open houses. Okay, do you guys think you can all utilize this in some form or shape? I at least gave you 4 ways that you can use for your real estate business. Yes? Good. I know all your brains are turning right now. What else can I do? Susan, you have a thought?
Just unmuted. No, my mind is spinning. There's, I mean, the opportunities and the different uses are just like unlimited when you start thinking about it.
Yeah, really. Because now anything is possible and you can just tell it what you want and starts building it, and then you can edit it. So it's not a final draft, but you get a head start, just like anything else. Just like what you mentioned earlier, Susan. It just shortcutted everything so that you can just polish it off and then you have it done. Right?
Can I ask another question?
Yeah, please.
To create your real estate website, would you have it created on here then for your like main website?
These would be like fast one-pagers that you can share.
Okay.
Okay, and then you can put a link on your primary website to go to this page that you've created. So
Okay.
like I could literally just take this link here that goes to the open house and it kind of describes about open house and stuff like that. I could put this link on my site and it can direct it here, or I can put it into an email. You say, hey, check out all the latest open houses in our area right now. And you put this link in there. They'll be able to come to this link, right? Share link. Full access. Or you can export this to a PDF if you want. Okay, so play around with it because the flexibility is all there. Dan, let me see. Oh yeah, I get a general have an AI agent auto draft email replies for me in my drafts on Gmail. Do you have something like that for yourself?
Leo,
Yeah, go ahead.
would I be able to use this in conjunction with Kajabi?
Probably separately, but as a strategy is like you would send emails and you could send somebody here from
Okay.
Kajabi. Okay.
Okay, but I couldn't create a landing page for the events that I'm
You
creating.
could, it will take a little bit of doing. You can export it, as a PDF.
Okay.
And maybe you can
And just put it right into
you could, yeah.
into the Kajabi landing page.
Yeah. I would build more assets with this and use that assets to direct people to it. Okay.
Okay.
Good question. Thank you.
What does Kajabi do again?
Kajabi is a LMS, which stands for Learning Management System. Okay, it allows you to be able to create online courses that people can buy and subscribe, and be able to run through courses. So it's like a learning management, courses program. Hey, Dan, I'm a little out of time here, but there are tools that I use to draft my Gmail, and you can use straight ChatGPT, or I use a tool called Harpa AI. Dan, you may heard me talking about it. I think you already do use Harpa, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I didn't know that I
there's-
could draft. Like, I want it to be like in my drafts, so I could just go in and hit send or edit.
Yeah, you can use Google's built-in tool.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Go to I'm assuming it's your Google Workspace, right?
Yep.
Gmail.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would do that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Do that. It'll be built in. You don't have to wait too long from now where all the emails are gonna be able to allow you to generate from your AI.
Okay, great.
But for
Thanks,
right now,
Leo.
that was the fastest way to do that. Thanks, Dan.
I appreciate that.
Okay, I'm up on time. Okay, hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Hopefully the case study was good so that you can see exactly how you use it technically and be able to start using it right away. if you guys let me just say one last thing here. If you guys want to stay connected, I actually send out emails and notices on all the new tools and news and things that you guys might want to use. I have a little sign in here. So if you want to join my email newsletter, I probably send out one email a week, maybe, just to keep you guys up to date, and also keep you guys up to date on any presentations that I do and any new tools that we can present for you. So go to the link right there in the chat and sign yourself up so that we can stay connected. All right. So if this was helpful to you, send me a message. If you did something cool with it, send me a message. If you have a question about AI or systems, send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. And then we'll keep this good thing going. And I'll see you guys next month. And I'm going to be more and more active as we go to kind of show you guys more tools. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your week.
Thanks, Leo.
Take care, Dan.